and welcome to another exciting episode of Trendz Travel. I am your host, Nadia Dambuza. As usual, we have packed up an awesome show for you, and in our first segment, we go to Soweto for some wine tasting. We have that and so much more, so sit back and relax.
Coming up next on Trendz Travel this week, we go to Soweto for the Wine Festival. Next, we check out the new foodie trend in Hong Kong. It's festival season yet again somewhere in the world. And finally, Ukrainians welcome spring in an old traditional manner. All this and so much more coming up next on Trendz Travel. Soweto's Pride, located in Jabulani Township. The Soweto Theatre, identifiable by its incredible design and colors, played host to this year's Soweto Wine and Lifestyle Festival. Now, on its 12th year, this event, attended by wine producers, wineries, as well as those who appreciate a good glass of wine, was a showcase of a variety of alcoholic beverages like wines, spirits, sparkling wines, champagne, as well as beer.
There's no vibe like Soweto vibe. They talk about cussy vibes, but it's true. I mean, people are on the streets in Soweto. People talk in Soweto. The vibe is electric. Sowetans have a language unto their own, and Soweto people are stylish. Trends start in Soweto. You take a look around at the Sowetans that have joined us tonight, and you'll understand how this informs the pulse of Africa. It's very hot to be here.
South African brands in recent years have shown remarkable growth, with some winning international awards like the Michelangelo International Wine Awards and the Decanter World Wine Awards, to name a few. And most local wines are mostly preferred in the kitchen to create meals or paired with some dishes to get optimum enjoyment. Different wine producers exhibited at this event, giving those who attended a taste of what their brand has to offer.
Our company is going to be very big. I'm quite buoyant. We're here at Soweto Wine Festival for the first time. All our varietas are almost sold out. Not that we brought much, brought 5 cases each, but if it tells you something about consumers, they were tasting and buying, I think we're very positive.
So let's get a verdict from wine appreciators.
Look, it's a lovely event. It's wonderful. The wines are beautiful. New product this year. It's good. There's art. There's performances happening. I've just had the privilege of watching a performance by a Joburg Cradle or something. But they're beautiful.
It's amazing. It's our first time because we're from Cape Town. So it's something new to us. It's a great experience ever. It's a great experience ever.
I'm so impressed about it. I mean, wine festival is something out of this world. And the taste, the made, you can tell. It's so awesome, so classy. And people around the crowd, the environment, the vibe is so wow.
It's more of a lifestyle than just wine. But so far, whatever that you've seen, whatever that we've tasted, it's good stuff.
The festival has expanded over the years, incorporating food, travel, as well as clothes. Local designers were afforded a platform to showcase their clothing designs. The festival lived up to its expectations as everybody had something to enjoy. But above all, the event was seeking more appreciation through tasting and the preservation of an age-old tradition of winemaking for generations to come. Connoisseurs would definitely toast to that. Sales of Cuba's legendary cigars rose 5% last year to $445 million, defying a stagnation on the luxury goods market, manufacturer Habanos SA said at the opening of the Caribbean Island Annual Cigar Festival. Habanos, which makes brands such as Cohiba, Monte Cristo, and the Romeo Julieta, said it expected moderate sales growth this year as it continues to tap into new markets, for example, the Middle East and Asia.
El año pasado ha sido un año donde la cifra de negocio del grupo ha sido de 445 millones, lo cual es un aumento de un 5% a tipo de cambio constante. Estamos razonablemente satisfechos con la evolución del negocio el año pasado, ya que durante ese mismo periodo el sector de bienes del lujo ha crecido un 0% a tipo de cambio constante. Es decir, hemos sido capaces de crecer durante un año que la verdad es que ha sido bastante retador.
Cuba's cigar monopoly was kicking off the festival that attracts wealthy cigar aficionados and retailers from around the world for 5 days of extravagant parties and tours of tobacco plantations and factories. Habanos dominates the global market for hand-rolled premium cigars except in the United States.
El turismo en Cuba el año pasado ha crecido en torno de un 13%. Entonces, las ventas que se producen aquí en Cuba van directamente relacionadas con el turismo. Y en efecto, las ventas en Cuba han aumentado debido sobre todo al aumento del turismo. Creemos que es un mercado que si el turismo sigue creciendo, podremos conseguir nuevos hitos en la comercialización de la barra.
Habanos' traditional European markets remained stable last year, while there had been growth in emerging markets like the Middle East and Pacific Asia. Female smokers remained a largely untapped market that Habanos was working on. 7 years ago, Habanos launched a smaller, milder version of its Romeo Julieta cigar, specifically aimed at women.
Much more excitement for you coming up just after the break. A brand new culinary experience has hit the streets of Hong Kong. Let's take a look.
A brand new culinary experience has hit the streets in Asia. 16 food trucks have wheeled into Hong Kong for the first time ever, delighting diners with a menu of intriguing local street food delicacies and Western classics, all with an innovative twist. Pineapple buns, dragon fruit bowls, multicolored dumplings, and beef brisket, among many more delicious dishes, mean locals and tourists alike are in for a treat as they indulge in 3 mouth-watering meals on wheels. The initiative is designed to help a new wave of startup chefs in Asia who are hungry for success. The food trucks give these entrepreneurs an opportunity to achieve their culinary aspirations and reach international audiences without the worry of excessive setup costs.
I think it's a big opportunity, for me as a restaurant owner to promote our food to all over Hong Kong, to all the hotspot locations in Hong Kong, to attract international tourists, to attract even the local people, just to promote the local food, in a meaningful way, in a creative way. And I think it is also very fun, and it's new, and it's exciting. Yeah. We are serving mainly local food and also the specialties from South China region, Chiuchao, because I'm actually from Chiuchao. My brother is from Chiuchao. So with some creative twists also, our signature dishes including super grilled squid, beef brisket in soup, and a very special version of deep fried chicken wings. And these are all very popular, getting more famous in the future.
And Carrie Lam, owner of the Pineapple Canteen food truck, says the scheme has given her small enterprise an enormous boost.
The business is so good. Yeah, in the weekday, we normally sold 500 to 600. our signature dishes. For the weekend, we almost sell 1,000 pieces of our signature dishes. That's why I would say if you talk about the business opportunity, the business is quite okay. Our signature dishes is we call pineapple plum, with fresh cream and fresh pineapple. When you taste it, you can feel the very hot and crispy outside, and then the inside we add a lot of cool pineapple and fresh cream. So you can feel the difference, very hot and very cool.
There was stiff competition for the 16 food truck licenses. Applications from 192 aspiring food truck owners were whittled down to 51, who were invited to take part in a hotly contested cook-off competition. The final 16 were selected by a panel of government representatives, tourism officials, and local celebrity chefs. Hong Kong celebrity food expert and panelist Kit Mack says each of the selected 16 chefs brought unique culinary innovation to the table.
I was so impressed. They have their own creativity put inside the food. And also at the same time, they are practical. Because it's a business, you have to be reality, you have to be practical. And also, some of them, they have special stories inside the food. The story behind is like this, just like these dumplings. 5 different colors. It represents the family stories. It represents the 5 generations, like the grandsons with the grandmother, and also grandson's daughter and grandson's grandsons.
The food trucks will enhance tourist enjoyment of the diversity of Hong Kong cuisine by making it readily accessible as they discover the city. Over the next 2 years, the trucks will rotate between 8 visitor hotspots. This means visitors can sample the unique food truck offerings at the same time as they're exploring the city's must-see attractions, such as Wong Tai Sin Square, Central Harbourfront, Salisbury Garden, and Hong Kong Disneyland. And they can locate the food truck using the app.
I think the food truck really helps enrich the food culture and bring diversity to the market because the 16 trucks rotate through 8 tourist locations. That means we get exposure to a lot of tourists from different places who might kind of want a snack after they've seen like a tourist attraction, and because we rotate all the time, different people will get different things to try out. Yeah, the signature dish is a dragon fruit smoothie bowl. Basically, I take the pink dragon fruit and I chop it up and freeze it overnight, and then I put it in a blender to create this sorbet-like consistency. And on top of that, I put the different toppings, for example, granola, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, goji berries, coconut shavings, and mint.
I think it's really easy to eat and it's very fast, so it's good. And the people are very nice and they speak English, so it's good for the foreigner. And it's really fresh and good and good.
It feels good. It doesn't feel oily. It tastes sort of very healthy.
We actually looked at it and it was very enticing.
Yeah.
So we tried a little bit and we thought, oh, it's pretty good. Let's get one. And yeah, it's really, really good.
It is tasty
And delicious.
delicious, spicy, but I like it.
As for me, I really like spicy food. It's very good.
A street in East London was taken over by costumed contestants who flipped pancakes as they raced to celebrate Shrove Tuesday. The annual Great Spitalfields Pancake Race, now in its 24th year, gave participants and onlookers a flippin' good time as they cheered on runners dressed as Batman, Darth Vader, and a team dedicated to the Minions movies. Old and young alike took part, with tiny tots cheered wildly as they toddled along with their parents, attempting to toss the pancake in their frying pans. Pancake Day, or Shrove Tuesday, is the day in the February or March immediately preceding Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. It is traditionally when store cupboard items like eggs and milk were used up ahead of the 40-day fasting period of Lent. In the UK, pancake racing has become part of that tradition, with costume contestants required to flip the pancakes several times without dropping it.
It's Pancake Day, which means it's Shrove Tuesday. It's the day that we empty our cupboards and make pancakes, and for some reason we race with them as well. And so we have a lovely race.
Up and down the UK, pancake races are held on Shrove Tuesday. According to one legend, it began in 1445 when a woman heard the shriving bell while she was making pancakes and ran to the church, still dressed in her apron and holding a frying pan.
Oh, it's a proper race, yes. And over the years, we've had trips and accidents and lots of things like that. So, you know, people take it seriously, although it's a lot of fun, of course.
After a close final, which had to be decided by a photo finish, the winners were announced. An office team, which included contestants dressed as Batman and Darth Vader.
We had a game plan. Yeah. We did, yeah. We've been training for quite a couple of weeks now. Yeah. I woke up this morning, had a good breakfast. I know you did as well.
Yeah.
Stretches.
Did some pancakes as well, just to get in the mood. Eat it well, energy. Like the key is just toast it and then start running. Don't run while you toast, because otherwise you might just get behind.
You lose it.
But yeah.
No, it's definitely a skill. I mean, that's why we got chosen from our office. Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners for this year.
February was festival season all across the world. Let's check out what went down at these spectacular celebrations.
Floats filled the streets of New Orleans on Tuesday, February 28th for Mardi Gras as thousands celebrated the end of carnival season. The Zulu parade kicked off festivities on Tuesday morning with riders on floats tossing beads and other decorative objects into the crowd of revelers. The final day of festivities was a distraction for revelers after 28 people were injured in New Orleans during the main Mardi Gras parade on Saturday night when a man plowed his pickup truck into the crowd. But as the music played and the floats went by, the events of Saturday seemed like a distant memory. Mardi Gras, or Fat Tuesday, is the final day of Carnival, devoted to unfettered frivolity and partying in the final hours before Ash Wednesday, which begins the Lenten season of sacrifice in the Catholic Church.
We're so unique here. We're like no other place in the world, the best place in the world, in our opinion.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Yeah, we're having a great time. Yeah, can't believe it.
On the riverfront, all over town, the parade. It's been wonderful.
It's really crazy. I love it. It's really fun. I never seen something like this.
Italians in the northern city of Ivrea marked Carnival with the annual Battle of the Oranges on Sunday, February 26th, an event where people pitted against each other for a medieval citrus bash. Teams dressed in brightly colored costumes wage a fierce orange-throwing battle that left the town's cobbled streets covered in thick carpet of massed orange pulp. Bystanders were encouraged to wear red caps to avoid being targeted by the aranceri, a term for the orange throwers. But with some 6,000 people participating in the festivities, staying orange-free may prove difficult for some spectators as battle raged between aranceri and horse-drawn carts and those on foot. One of the legend on the origins of the celebrations says the poor people during the Middle Ages would throw beans onto the streets to show their feelings of resentment towards their feudal lord. Oranges replaced beans in the carnival battle in the middle of the 19th century. Another tale is of Violetta, the daughter of a miller, who was bound by feudal laws to spend her wedding night with a local nobleman. To save her honor for her betrothed, she beheaded the nobleman and started a popular revolt. More than 200 years after the first carnival, the fighting between people on the ground and those on the carts symbolizes the struggle between commoners and the noblemen.